Close your eyes for a moment and let yourself feel this truth resonating in every fiber of your being. How many times have you found yourself drawn to what was beyond the limits, to what seemed impossible to achieve, to what everyone said you should avoid? This magnetic attraction to the forbidden isn't just a quirk of your current personality, it's the voice of your eternal soul, carrying memories of past lives, unlearned lessons, and sacred contracts your conscious mind doesn't yet fully comprehend. Edgar Cayce, the visionary who dedicated his life to unraveling the mysteries of the human soul, revealed that every impulse, every inexplicable desire, every irresistible attraction carries within it the wisdom of past existences. When you feel that uncontrollable urge to touch what you shouldn't, to love who you can't, to explore territories society deems off limits, you are in fact answering the call of your own spiritual essence, trying to complete cycles that began in other temporal dimensions. What Freud identified as unconscious drives, Cayce understood as soul memories, akashic records etched in the ether of your existence, that manifest in this life through desires that seem to come from nowhere, but carry with them the full force of experiences lived in different bodies, in different times, but always by the same evolving soul. This pursuit of the forbidden is essentially the quest for wholeness, for integration, for healing wounds that have crossed the veil between worlds. Think of that person who awakens in you feelings you can't explain, that impossible love that consumes your thoughts, even knowing it can never materialize in the way you dream. This isn't just ordinary passion, it's the recognition of a soulmate, someone with whom you've already danced the cosmic dance of love and separation in countless existences. The forbidden, in this case, isn't an obstacle created by chance, but a cosmic test, an opportunity to learn to love without possessing, to find fulfillment within yourself before seeking it in another. The universal laws that govern our existence are infinitely more complex than our rational mind can grasp. What we perceive as prohibition, as limitation, as impossibility, is often just the illusory veil our own soul has created to force us to grow, to seek higher alternatives, to discover that the true treasure lies not in conquering the desired object, but in the transformation that occurs during the journey of desire. Observe your life with spiritual eyes and you'll see patterns repeating like waves in the ocean of existence. Always the same type of person who ignites your passion. Always the same situations that prove unattainable. Always the same obstacles that appear just when you're about to touch your dream. These aren't cosmic accidents. They are coded messages from your own soul, trying to show you where the keys to your spiritual liberation lie. Edgar Cayce taught us that each life is an opportunity for healing, a chance to resolve internal conflicts that manifest as external attractions. The married man you fall for might represent, on a soul level, the need to learn to love yourself unconditionally before seeking completeness in another person. The career that always seems to elude your grasp may symbolize your soul's resistance to embracing its true mission on earth. The addiction you can't abandon may be the shadow of past life traumas, asking to be illuminated with compassion and forgiveness. The attraction to the forbidden is like a soul mirror reflecting parts of you that still need to be integrated. Every no you hear from the universe is in fact a not yet, an invitation for you to first do the necessary inner work to align with the highest version of yourself. What you seek externally already exists within you, but your soul knows you'll only discover this when you stop looking in the wrong places. Imagine for a moment that you are an old soul who has lived many lives, who has loved and lost, who has conquered and been defeated, who has touched the heights of spiritual realization and also plunged into the depths of self-forgetfulness. In this current life, you've brought with you not only the acquired talents and wisdoms, but also the unhealed wounds, the incomplete loves, the unlearned lessons. What you call the pursuit of the forbidden is in fact your soul trying to finish these open chapters. The synchronicities that happen in your life when you're pursuing what you can't have are like winks from the universe, reminding you that there are greater forces at play. That song that plays on the radio just when you're thinking about your loved one. That number that repeats everywhere when you're making an important decision. That conversation you overhear that seems to answer exactly the question you were asking silently. These aren't coincidences, they are the subtle language through which your soul communicates with you, trying to show you that you're on the right path, even when it seems like you're walking toward the impossible. The pain you feel when you can't have what you want isn't just emotional frustration, it's spiritual growing pain. It's the stretching of your consciousness expanding to embrace greater truths. It's the sound of old chains breaking, of old limitations being transcended, of new levels of understanding opening up within you. Every tear shed for an impossible love is sacred water irrigating the garden of your spiritual evolution. The Akashic Records, and your yearning for the forbidden. Edgar Cayce spoke of the Akashic Records as a cosmic library, where all your soul's experiences are etched. When you feel that inexplicable pull towards something or someone forbidden, you're unconsciously accessing these records, remembering lives where those energies were present. Perhaps you were a priestess who fell in love with a commoner and had to choose between earthly love and spiritual devotion. Perhaps you were a misunderstood artist seeking recognition in a society unprepared for your vision. Perhaps you were a rebellious soul who defied social conventions and paid a high price for your authenticity. These memories don't resurface to torment you, but to be transmuted. Each forbidden situation you face in this life is an opportunity to rewrite those old stories, to find higher ways of expressing those energies, to heal wounds that have spanned centuries of existence. When you can love without possessing, create without needing external validation, be authentic without needing to rebel, you're literally altering your Akashic records and liberating not only yourself, but all versions of you that have existed throughout time. The deeper truth about your pursuit of the forbidden is that you are unconsciously seeking to find God through human experience. What you call desire is in essence homesickness for the divine. What you call passion is the sacred fire of your soul trying to return to the source. What you call impossibility is merely your ego's resistance to accepting that you are already complete, already perfect, already everything you've ever sought in others and in external circumstances. The universe conspires in your favor even when it seems to be working against you. Every door that closes is an invitation to discover windows you didn't even know existed. Every no you receive is a divine redirection to paths more aligned with your true purpose. Every obstacle that appears between you and what you desire is an opportunity to develop spiritual muscles you'll need to handle even greater blessings that are preparing to enter your life. And here, in this moment of profound understanding, I need to share something important with you. If these words are touching your soul in a way you didn't expect, if you're feeling that finally someone is speaking your heart's language, I invite you to join our spiritual family. Click the subscribe button now and hit the notification bell, because this is just the beginning of a journey of self-discovery that can completely transform how you see your life. In the coming videos, we'll delve even deeper into the mysteries of your soul, decode the signals the universe is sending you, and discover how every challenge is actually a gift in disguise. Don't miss this opportunity to awaken to who you truly are. Your soul already knows it's time. The journey of understanding why you seek the forbidden is also a journey of self-compassion. How many times have you judged yourself for desiring what you shouldn't, for loving who you couldn't, for dreaming of what seemed impossible? These judgments are like veils that prevent you from seeing the sacred beauty of your own growth processes. When you stop blaming yourself and start observing your patterns with spiritual curiosity, you discover that every inappropriate desire carries within it a seed of wisdom. The love you feel for someone you can't be with isn't a mistake of nature. It's pure love manifesting itself through the limitations of the physical world to teach you about the vastness of unconditional love. When you love without expectations of possession, when you can celebrate the other's happiness even if it doesn't include you, you are experiencing glimpses of divine love. This kind of transcendent love is only possible when we go through the initiation of impossible love. The addictions and compulsions that seem to control you also carry spiritual messages. That compulsive need for recognition may be reflecting a disconnection from your own inner divinity. That incessant search for increasingly intense experiences may be signaling that your soul is hungry for transcendence, but looking in the wrong places. That attraction to toxic relationships may be mirroring patterns of self-sabotage stemming from lives where you didn't feel worthy of true love. Edgar Cayce showed us that we are spiritual beings having human experiences, not the other way around. This means that every apparent problem in your life is actually an opportunity to awaken to higher aspects of your true nature. The person who betrays your trust is teaching you about forgiveness. The situation that seems unjust is developing your faith in the universe's higher laws. The desire that doesn't materialize is expanding your capacity to find inner fulfillment. The temptations that appear in your life are like teachers in disguise, testing your spiritual maturity and offering opportunities for growth. Each time you choose love over fear, truth over convenience, evolution over stagnation, you are aligning yourself more deeply with the universe's evolutionary current. These choices may seem small in the context of your daily life, but they resonate across dimensions and affect not only your current destiny, but also the vibrational pattern you will carry into future existences. That persistent feeling of searching for something you can't name, that inexplicable nostalgia that sometimes grips your heart, is your soul remembering home, not the physical house where you were born, but the cosmic home from which all souls originate. The forbidden thing you seek is often a distorted representation of this primal longing. You seek in human love an echo of divine love. You seek in material success a reflection of the spiritual abundance that is your natural inheritance. You seek in external experiences the transcendence that can only be found in the inner realms of your own consciousness. The repetition of patterns in your life isn't a sign that you're destined for suffering. It's a gentle invitation from the universe to pay attention to the lessons you haven't yet fully learned. Like a song that plays repeatedly until you finally stop to listen to the lyrics, your experiences repeat until you extract all the wisdom they have to offer. When you finally understand the message, when you integrate the lesson, the pattern naturally dissolves, and new levels of experience open up to you. The people who enter your life and awaken intense desires are often souls with whom you've shared past lives. They come as catalysts, as mirrors, as opportunities for mutual healing. What you feel for them isn't just personal attraction, it's spiritual recognition. It's your soul remembering ancient bonds, promises made on other planes, spiritual work you committed to doing together. Sometimes, the greatest act of love is letting go. Sometimes, the greatest demonstration of spiritual growth is accepting that certain desires aren't meant to be fulfilled in this lifetime, but serve as bridges to deeper understandings of the nature of love, surrender, and trust in the higher intelligences that orchestrate our evolution. What you perceive as rejection from the universe may be divine protection. That opportunity that didn't materialize may have saved you from a path that wasn't aligned with your greater purpose. That person who didn't reciprocate your feelings may have prevented you from getting lost in a dynamic that would have hindered your individual growth. That dream that didn't come true may have created space for something even more magnificent to manifest in your life. The frustration you feel when you can't have what you want is disguised creative energy. It's life force seeking expression. When you learn to channel this energy consciously, when you redirect this passion toward higher purposes, you discover that you possessed a creative power far greater than you imagined. Many of humanity's greatest artists, inventors, and spiritual leaders transformed their romantic or material frustrations into works that blessed all of humankind. The loneliness that sometimes accompanies the pursuit of the forbidden isn't abandonment, it's preparation. It's the universe creating inner space within you so that greater truths can emerge. It's in moments of apparent isolation that we often receive the deepest revelations about our true nature. It's when we stop seeking external validation that we finally begin to hear the gentle voice of our own inner wisdom. Edgar Cayce emphasized that each soul comes to this dimension with a specific purpose, a unique contribution to offer to the whole of human evolution. Often, your attractions to the forbidden are actually your soul trying to show you aspects of your purpose that you haven't yet consciously recognized. That passion for someone unattainable may be highlighting your natural capacity for unconditional love. That obsession with a seemingly impossible career may be signaling talents you brought from past lives and that are asking to be expressed in this lifetime. The moments when you feel most lost are often the moments when you're closest to a great spiritual breakthrough. It's as if your soul has to dismantle all the false structures of identity before your true essence can emerge. The apparent chaos that sometimes grips your life when you're pursuing the impossible is necessary to break down old patterns that no longer serve your growth. The shame you may feel for your inappropriate desires is one of the most effective tools the ego uses to keep you disconnected from your divine nature. Shame whispers that you are fundamentally flawed, that there's something wrong with you for feeling what you feel, but the spiritual truth is that all your feelings, even the most unsettling ones, are sacred when viewed through the lens of soul evolution. They are information, energy, invitations to greater self-understanding. When you begin to see your patterns of seeking the forbidden as a heroic journey of spiritual awakening, when you can honor even your most inconvenient desires as expressions of your eternal soul seeking wholeness, you will begin to experience a freedom that transcends the attainment or non-attainment of any specific desire. You will discover that what you were truly seeking all along was this very freedom, the freedom to be authentically yourself, to feel deeply without shame, to love expansively without attachment. The deepest lessons often come disguised as experiences we initially resist. The most powerful teacher may appear as the heartbreak you most fear. The most transformative blessing may manifest initially as the greatest challenge you've ever faced. The most precious gift of your soul may be wrapped in the packaging of your most persistent problem. Your unique journey through the labyrinths of human desire is contributing to the collective evolution of consciousness. Each time you choose growth over comfort, love over fear, truth over illusion, you are elevating not only your own vibrational frequency, but also helping to lift the entire human family. Your personal struggles with forbidden desires are not isolated incidents. They are part of a cosmic dance where individual healing contributes to planetary healing. The forgiveness you learn to offer yourself for your inappropriate desires expands your capacity to forgive others for their own human imperfections. The compassion you develop through understanding your own patterns of attraction to the forbidden becomes a source of healing that you naturally share with everyone you cross paths with. Your vulnerability becomes strength when you realize that it is through embracing our shared humanity that we discover our shared divinity. In this moment, while these words are still echoing in your mind and heart, take a moment to feel the presence of your eternal soul. Feel the love that has guided you through countless lifetimes, the patience that has waited for you to recognize your own magnificence, the wisdom that has carefully orchestrated every experience, including your attraction to the forbidden, to bring you to this moment of understanding. You are not broken, you are not fundamentally flawed, you are not destined for endless cycles of unfulfilled desires. You are a magnificent spiritual being who chose to come to this dense dimension of reality, to experience the full spectrum of human emotion, to learn the deepest lessons about love, to contribute your unique gifts to the healing of the world. Your attraction to the forbidden has been your soul's way of keeping you moving, searching, growing, evolving. But now, with this new understanding, you can begin to see that what you were really seeking externally was always available internally. The love you sought in another was already fully present in your own heart, waiting to be discovered. The recognition you craved from the world was merely a reflection of the acknowledgement you needed to give to yourself. The transcendence you pursued through extreme experiences was always as close as your next conscious breath. This doesn't mean that your desires were meaningless, or that you should suppress them. It means that they were holy messengers, pointing you always back to the infinite source of love, joy, creativity, and connection that you are. They were your soul's ingenious way of ensuring you would never stop seeking until you found what you were really looking for, not in another person, not in external circumstances, but in the vast, eternal, infinitely loving consciousness that is your true identity. As we reach the end of this exploration, I want you to know that your journey is far from over. This understanding is not a destination but a doorway. Beyond it lies all the treasure of self-discovery, healing, creative expression, and loving service that your soul came here to experience. The patterns that have brought you to this moment of recognition were perfectly designed to prepare you for what's next. Tomorrow, when you feel that familiar pull towards something or someone that seems off limits, remember this moment. Remember that you are not a victim of your desires, but their wise creator. Remember that every feeling is sacred information, every attraction is a breadcrumb on the path to self-knowledge, Every disappointment is an invitation to deeper trust in the mystery that is unfolding your life with infinite intelligence and love. The forbidden that you seek is ultimately the permission to be completely, authentically, unapologetically yourself, and that permission, my beloved friend, has been yours all along. You just had to travel the long way around to remember what you never actually forgot, that you are already perfect, already whole, already home in the infinite embrace of divine love. What forbidden desire in your life is actually pointing you toward a greater understanding of your true nature,